All right, back in the pack, Ultra Guy. I'm excited. I got my friend Eric Haapaoja on. Eric's a returning guest, so he's the second returning guest to the Back of the Pack Ultra Guy show. And I'm really excited because one of my favorite Ultra friends, Heart of Gold. I love this guy, and he's not paying me to say this, but I really do. And we met through pacing a friend of ours, and I've paced him at Cocodona. Excuse me, not yet. I paced him at Mogollon. And he's doing Cocodona this year with the charity bib, and we're going to talk about that. So listen to the end because we're doing a giveaway we're going to give away a Death March Running Company gift set, hat and a shirt. So we're going to talk about it at the end. So don't drop off just yet. But without further ado, Eric, just give us a quick intro. I know you've been on before, so just a quick intro for the people who haven't listened to that episode yet, and let's start talking about the monster after that.
My name's Eric Haapaoja. Dad of two, husband, ultra runner, just regular guy, I guess. So
Not
yeah.
Regular guy. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We met pacing we didn't know each other, but we met pacing a friend at the Arizona Monster 300 last year, and I helped pace Eric at the Monster up in Pine. So tell us a little bit about that race, Eric. That's a fun one.
Yeah, Mogollon Monster. A lot of people do not enjoy that race. It's probably been one of my favorite races so far. I mean, you climb the Mogollon Rim 6 times, I believe it is, up and down. So you go up and down. I believe it was 27,000 feet of vert. I can't remember exactly. That might be too much. Anyways, you go up and down, and it's just, I don't know, something about that race. It was incredible. It was, you climb up the rim, you get to the rim road, and then it's almost like a reward for getting up to the top, and then you get to just run, and then you go back down, which you would think going back down would be fun, but it's just as bad as going up.
So steep,
Yeah.
And maybe we're not 100% on the elevation gain. Maybe we're high, but it feels like 27,000.
Yeah. Yeah, 19 is in my head now that I'm thinking about it, but it's a decent amount. It's a Western States qualifier, was it? Or is it
I know it's
no, Hard Rock, sorry. Hard Rock qualifier. Yeah. So it's definitely gnarly. It's a lot of fun though.
Yeah, it's a
So,
good one. And I think I picked you up at Buck Springs.
mhm.
Shout out to the Royal Order of the Desert Rats. They always run that aid station. That aid station's off the hook. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's wild. And I took you to Pinoche Cabin, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was around there. I think you took me a little bit further where I
Well, yeah,
picked
the
up
cruise
Charlotte.
station. The cruise
Yes,
station right before General Springs.
correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's right.
And boy,
And
man.
but you were cruising. I mean, we weren't setting record paces, but you were moving really good. And we got to that aid station, and it was kind of like, let's take a break. And I was glad you did because I wasn't in the best shape.
Yeah, we were cruising. You had me going. I mean, we were a brisk walk around, I want to say 14-minute miles, 13 and a half. We were moving. We had this guy that kept passing us running, and then he would slow up, and we just kept hopscotching. But boy, once we got to Pinoche Cabin, I crashed pretty hard. We sat there probably for 20, 30 minutes just trying to recoup. I'd eaten a bunch. I had the calories. I had everything. I think the elevation gain was just getting to me, and I had to sit for a minute.
Well,
But
I mean, to be
yeah.
fair, you had a great race as far as how fast you did it, and
Hmm.
maybe that was a low time for you, but at the end of the day, you had a great race.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with how we did. I think it was around 32 hours I finished. It's it was a lot of fun. I had some great pacers like yourself, and it again, it was just fun. I really enjoyed the race. It's tough. It's grueling. Coming into Pine, you're just exhausted. I mean, I actually slept right next to the finish line. I just curled up in a ball and fell asleep. But oh man, it was a great race, and couple of struggles here and there every race. Like I try to tell people that I pace, I don't believe there's a race I've done that I haven't cried at, So there was some tears when you see your family or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
If you don't have that moment when you see your kids, you might want to get your heart checked
Oh yeah.
out.
It was great though. Even you get a boost of energy. The great thing about that race is you get a boost of energy near the end where you're running into the 42K people that are running the
Yeah,
42K, so you're running with them and they're still hyped up and they're still ready to go, so you get that boost as well. It was a great race. I really enjoyed that race. uh it's coinciding with another race that I'm doing this year, so I'm not going to do it again this year, but definitely next year I'll do it again.
yeah,
Yeah,
and anyone who's listened to a few of these podcasts knows because I've mentioned it so many times. I love that race. It's one of my favorites as well, and
yeah,
it's a hidden gem that it's getting up there where more people are signing up, but still it's like so close to Phoenix, and Eric Haapaoja does such a good job with that race. It's so and
yeah.
Noah's the race director. He does amazing. I mean, it's just awesome.
Oh,
Love
I
that
love
race.
Noah. Yeah, I love Noah. I mean, that race, I think the biggest thing is the logistics. It's tough to be a crew member for that race. I'll tell you what. It's almost easier to run the race to be crew than that one.
Very
But
true.
it's a beautiful race. It's awesome. I mean, you see all sorts of animals out there. You see the elk. I mean, it's a wonderful race. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
So,
do too. But let's transition into your next
yeah,
big race because there's a lot to that one. You were
yeah,
talking about logistics. This next one is
yeah.
a lot of logistics. Tell us about this next race, and you're doing a charity bid for it that is going to coincide with this giveaway that we've put together.
Yeah, so next race is Cocodona 250. So it's 250 miles from yeah from Black Canyon City all the way to Flagstaff, going through you go through Jerome and Sedona and just a bunch of places. And it's a wonderful race. It's been on. I think this is a sixth year now, year six, I believe.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, but it's just an incredible race, and it's a long way. It's 5 days. You got 125 hours as a cutoff. Lots of elevation gain climbing out of Phoenix into Jerome and into Sedona and then into Flagstaff. But you get to see everything. That's the great thing about this race is you get to see every environment that Arizona has to offer. You get the desert, you get the high desert, you get the red rocks of Sedona, and I'm doing it under a charity bid for Nord. Nord running for the rare. It's an organization that helps rare diseases, people with rare diseases or disorders, like my wife. My wife has an autoimmune disease that took her sight for a good while, so it attacked her retinal nerve, and with high dose steroids and some treatments that were that we got pretty quickly, it slowly came back and repaired. Didn't repair the damage, but repaired the swelling and brought everything back down. Um, so this organization Nord has helped us out with care and finding doctors, and so right now she gets monthly infusions to hold that at bay. So once a month or twice a month she gets an infusion here at home. Nord has set all that up. They handle a lot of the logistics. They handle a lot of the copay assistance, talking with drug manufacturers, because the thing about Nord, the rare diseases, when you only have so many people with the disease, you don't have a large enough group of people to get FDA approval for drugs or whatever, because they can't do the proper testing. So, like with my wife, she has this autoimmune disease. It's a break off of MS, and so they have a regimen for caring for it, but it's not specifically for uh, her thing, Mog. Um, so that's why Nord is such a great organization. Not only do they help patients find care, find the right doctors, find the right care teams, but they also work with the government developing policy. They work with different organizations. They bring them all together. They're a networking organization as well. They have centers for uh, disease excellence, I believe it's called. So they network all these different places. that have, you have 7 patients here, you have 20 patients in this state, and they get them all together, and all those doctors talking, so they can put all that together, all the knowledge of all, the different characteristics. So they kind of do everything. They put on, they help with the patient care. They also have, for like caregivers like myself, they also have programs to help them, to give you a break. With my wife, it's not as big of a lift as some patients that are completely immobile. It helps with people with cancer that have rare cancers that we don't, they have a, it's a wide spectrum of things. And some people need round the clock care, and that's what NORD does. It helps these people with round the clock care, helps them find the right care teams, and helps the caregiver have a break, because there is a point where you just I've met some of these people where you don't know what to do anymore, because everything, your whole life revolves around caring for this one person. You don't even know who you are anymore. And so NORD helps you find that again. It helps you with so many things, from patient care all the way to advocacy for the patients and everything in between. And that's why I support NORD. They've helped us. We didn't find them as quickly as we would love to, but they've helped us. Like I said, we get at-home care now. She gets infusions twice a month. She's getting active again. She's getting outside more. Her eyesight is, she's not having as much fluctuations, but there's so many people out there. I think it's 30 million people out there with rare diseases in the U.S. 30 million people that are helped through NORD, because they need that advocacy. Because 30 million sounds like a lot, but compared to all of the population of the U.S., it's not. And these people fall through the cracks sometimes because they don't have FDA-approved drug treatments, or they don't have this or that. It's, working through that system is so difficult. And that's why I'm raising money. That's why I'm doing this charity bid, looking for donations. We're currently at 2,300. We got 2 months left before the race. Ideally, a month, I'd have the goal of $6,000, and that would go directly towards NORD. So Wanda Project puts it on. They have the race ticket, all that, but because it's such a big ticket, all the proceeds go right to NORD. They don't take anything back. They don't take administration fees, anything like that. So yeah, once we raise the money, and once we do that, everything goes to NORD, and it's going to be, they're not taking any of it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Eric,
so
I do want to ask, I think the last time we visited on the podcast, you mentioned, I think you talked about the kind of paint us a picture of these injections, because it's not like something, we're not talking about like some over-the-counter, copay $10 thing. If you don't mind, I think it helps paint the picture of the dire need a lot of these people are in. If you don't mind just sharing like how much an injection costs and how much NORD is kind of helping out with that.
So the what she gets is called IVIG. It's a human. It's like blood in a way, right? But it's not. But it's a human. Anyways, it's called IVIG. It's hard to explain, but it's a twice a month. It's about 4 or 5 hours per infusion, and they cost around $40,000 per day, like per injection.
Oh my gosh.
So twice a month, it's $80,000. Which, so how NORD helps is, first of all, they help with the copay, because insurance does cover a little bit, but they also help with getting us in touch with drug manufacturers, which they also have their own grant program, and so they help smooth over those transitions and help tell you, like the advocacy part is like, okay, you need to do this, you can do this, you can do this, and this is how we get that, because otherwise we're talking, over 12 months, $80,000, what, $960,000? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't have $1 million. I don't know about you, but
No,
so
I just got back from taking my kids on a trip. I have no money.
exactly. But I mean, and again, it's incredible. Like you hear that number and you're like, wow, that's a huge number. If you think about these, again, my wife is one of the lucky ones. Think about some of these patients that need round the clock care. I mean, you're talking millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Someone that needs round the clock care for a month is $3 million right there. And they help with that. Again, they can't do everything, but they absolutely help. And again, it's advocacy, it's finding the right people, finding the care teams, and making that easier. Because I'll tell you what, 8 months I spent making phone calls, trying to figure out this number and that number, and okay, because a great example is 3 different care teams will call my wife's, as MOG positive or anti-MOG or um, and I would tell you the name of it. It's Moglid. I can't even say it's a like a word basically of what she has, but they call it MOG positive, anti-MOG, and you call one care team and they'd be like, we don't know what that is, and it's silly. You would think they would be like, okay, that's what it is, but and patients around the country, 30 million people are doing the same thing. They're trying to talk like. You'll talk to one doctor, I've never heard of this. You'll talk to another doctor, oh, I know what that is, but we call it this, and you're constantly, and I would, you're on the phone for 4 or 5 hours a day just trying to sort through the mess that is that care. And the thing that Nord does, they smooth that out, and I'm telling you, when I tell you how much that means to a patient, like you're already dealing with this disease or disorder, but to have that type of care that Nord gives you, that type of guidance, that you just want to know what to do. You just want to care for your wife or your child or your grandmother or whoever it is. You just want to be able to care for them. You want to make steps forward when you constantly just spin your wheels. And Nord provides that traction, provides you guidance, provides you direction, and that's I mean, because they've been through it. They've been through it on a number of levels where um, yeah, it's incredible to have them in your corner and helping you through this process.
And so, I mean, I can't even comprehend, what you've gone through with your wife and what
Hmm.
30 million other Americans or people around the world are going through with this, because it just sounds inconceivable to me, the runaround you're getting and the from the different doctors if when you didn't have Nord in your corner. And so it really warms my heart that you're doing this back for them. It's kind of saying, thanks for your help, but see you later. No, you're saying, hey, I appreciate what you've done. I'm going to go run 250 miles and we're going to raise this money.
Yeah.
So, in that spirit, Eric and I have worked together because uh, we, I want to help you as much as I can get the word out. We have to help Eric raise this money. And so instead of just asking for donations, which could work, we've put together a little giveaway. Now, it's not a car, it's not a Lambo, it's not a beach house, but we think it would be a good giveaway to do a gift pack from Death March Running Company, a hat and a shirt. And so what we're proposing is we're going to provide you links and instructions in my Instagram and Eric's, and I'll link to all that. But essentially, if you donate through the Wander Project, when you make a donation, you can select other and you can enter your name. And if you make this donation and put your name and at the end of it, space Death March Running Company or DMRC, so Christian Barrett, DMRC, in that other, we're going to collect those names and put them into a random generator and pick a winner who will win this gift pack. Again, it's not a Lambo. Don't get too excited. But I think it's a way to get everybody excited about what Eric's doing. I can't even imagine being in your position without Nord. So let's do everything we can to rally behind this organization, rally behind Eric, and get him across that finish line. I know that this community reached out to me when I was doing my charity bib, and it was amazing. I was so overwhelmed with all the outpourings that came for me. So coming to you once again, what's that meme? I'm coming to you once again to say, let's do this for Eric. He's got some ways to go, and maybe we don't make it all with this, but we can sure try. Here's again, we're gonna break it down real quick. If you go to this link that we're gonna post and select other in your donation and put your name and then Death March Running Company or DMRC at the end, minimum of $20 gets you in the entry, gets you into the field. So hat and shirt from Death March. This is coming out of Death March is not donating this. We're gonna do this, Eric and I together. I believe in what he's doing, and I would really appreciate anybody that wants to join this giveaway, or if you just want to be generous, please, please, please. It's pretty daunting when you do put your credit card down for that charity bib, because whatever he doesn't raise comes out of his own personal funds. So let's get him across the finish line. Again, we'll post all the details in a couple posts, and we're going to be talking about it. But from when we post later tonight to the 20th of this month, that's when the window is open. So take 10 days, 9.5 days, and let's raise as much as we can for him. Spread the word. Please also, if you know someone who is affiliated with NORD or has used NORD, or someone that has a rare disease, let's help bring them into this community of NORD and help them get help. I mean, whatever we can do here, we're really trying to make sure that this is a successful charity bid for Eric and NORD as well, because obviously the money goes to them. But Eric, I know this wasn't a full-length podcast. We've done our one earlier, and I'm going to link that also in the story and all the different posts, because I think it's important to hear it in more detail. But I just can't imagine the $40,000 bill for one injection. It's mind blowing to me when you put it in that frame. So real quick, I know this has been a quick one, but real quick, I always try and give my guests the last word. So if you don't mind, just kind of closing us out with a mantra, a thought, something that helps keep you going, or a shout out to somebody. I just want to turn the time over to you.
I mean, shout out to everybody that's helped me. You, Josh Locke, our friend that we talked about. Man, there's so many people. Hillary, Marcel, all the people in the running community is just amazing. I mean, the trail running community. If you ever want to run, I mean, a 5K, a 1 mile, that's the way to do it. And my mantra, I mean, something Josh Locke has told me, and it's stuck with me, is good times don't last, but neither do the bad. And I'm telling you, when you get through that bad time and you get to the good times, you remember that, and there's going to be ups and downs, but we can get through it just like anything. So yeah, I encourage anybody to come out and run and go to the trail. But yeah, good times don't last and bad times don't either. So
yeah, and shout out to your wife. She's a true warrior for going through all this. I can't even imagine what it's like. Shout out to you, doing your best to care for her, and also shout out to NORD, right? I mean, like you said,
absolutely,
kind of put the whole thing together to bring that care to her, and that's just amazing. So anybody listening, anyone who comes across this, let's do all that we can to help. $20, you could get the gift set. So let's go with that. And again, we'll post details in that tonight, kind of outlining everything. DM me or Eric with any questions, and let's make this happen.
Absolutely.
Eric,
thank you, Christian.
Thank you for jumping on again. Again, I know it was short, but I think we wanted to condense this into what the message that we wanted to get across, and I think we did. This won't be the last time Eric's on. Got to hear about Cocodona when it's on.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do that as well. But again, Eric, thank you so much for jumping on again, and we'll definitely be seeing you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Christian.